Welcome to the 2020 PlanetSide 2 Community Smash, the largest battle in FPS gaming, and I think this is, by the amount of players, the largest community smash ever. So the largest of the largest, and size does matter, but we make it fair. 2 teams, 800 players, 1 PlanetSide 2 continent. Austin, I'm joined by Maddox, the victorious leader of the Terran Republic in the previous 2019 Community Smash. How you doing today, Maddox?
It feels good, man. Glad to be here.
You've decided to hand... you decided to hand over the TeamSpeak priority voice chat and the reins over to some other leaders this year. And what do you think? So this is the largest one that has ever been held. Is that correct? Or am I just being dramatic? Last year was a respectable 550-ish players, I believe, maybe closer to 600. But with the escalation update, and a lot of new players coming back, and with Rogue Planet Games after PlanetSide, that other game, the direction of PlanetSide seems better than ever. So
it is.
Before we jump into it, we got like 5 minutes till it starts. I'm first going to describe the rules, and you can correct me if I say anything wrong or I'm leaving anything out. But we're going to have a continent lock alert, which is whoever has the most territory. The Vanu Sovereignty, the purple, led by Chifeke. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. The French leader of the Vanu Sovereignties. And also, for the TR, is Rapid, leading the Terran forces in the red. Whoever has more territory after 90 minutes wins. You'll see a percentage on the screen. Bases from small to large take different amounts of difficulty to capture. There are some limitations on vehicles you can use to make it more fair. Like you won't see those fighter aircraft you might see in the main game. This is a competitive environment, not the asymmetric warfare you'll find dying outside of the spawn room on the regular servers. But overall, besides some restrictions on vehicles, you've got essentially normal PlanetSide, from what I understand, outside of the use of things like war assets or other things that don't really work in a 90-minute setting. Am I missing anything important?
Not really. Actually, you did really say all of them, so I don't really have to add anything, but still, it's a very complicated 90-minute fight. So what you're about to see is a little different than a live server game. So it's going to be a coordinated and very strategic gameplays that you'll ever see.
Yeah.
So they're bringing the A game.
I just very quickly, I'm going to move outside of the warp gate here. We got the observer cams. We can watch from above. But your average base is a single point. The way you capture it is by getting players within range and driving enemy players off of the point. After usually around 4 minutes, if you hold on to that point and keep the enemy from recapturing it, you capture that base. That allows you to capture other bases along the same lattice lines. You see the lines around the map. And that drives battles along certain fronts. Now, there are some neutral bases in the center for balance reasons, so those will be the initial bases fought over, and then it'll jump from there. You'll be seeing battles between 12 players all the way up to several hundred, depending on how important a base is. And Maddox will talk a little bit more about... So, going in, what would be your strategy to start? Going straight out of that warp gate. I'm going to go over to the TR warp gate now.
For the most part, the left and the right, the wing sides, are not really the contestant side, because the left has a gunner for the Vanu, so it's easy to defend, and the right side has a warp gate, and there's a big bases like Masuda Genetics or Zos Biolab. So it's going to be a very small fights, but it's going to be very contested over the fights, because it still opens up lots of different lanes from the Vanu side if you get Falber's Chemical, and you cut off the construction side Omega if you get Bunko J993 also. So the right side will be the left and the right. The wing sides are pretty much the contestant small fights. And what I'm going to think about the biggest fight is going to be Hurricane Secure Storage, and the Hurricane Secure Storage gives you access to both Broken Vale and Gurnie Dam, and which are the most significant points towards the work gate, and it has all the lattice lines to the work gate, so you can cut it off.
Yeah, and,
So-
and on Hossin, there's a lot of kind of convoluted lattice lines where you have a lot of opportunity to kind of sneak behind the enemy. I'm sure everybody will be calling it out like, this isn't the regular game where you're trying to herd cats. These are specially trained, committed veteran cats that are being herded right now by an experienced cat leader. So we can expect to see a lot more coordination. And this will involve transports like galaxies. Airdropping is the name of the game for the most part, the most consistent way to get to a point and get those planetmans there, like we see in the Warp Gate galaxies. Is there going to be a countdown to the alert, or is it just going to start?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Yes,
there'll
it
be a
is. There's
countdown.
gonna be a
Good.
countdown. So it's going to be a TeamSpeak, so you have to unmute the sound of the TeamSpeak.
Oh, I can't just jump into that server. Okay, well, we'll know when it starts. It'll be very dramatic. But once the continent lock starts.
Just like you have a stream like.
Are we able to get into the TeamSpeak, get into the action?
Yeah, you're in this TeamSpeak. Actually.
I am. But I am not in the channel.
You are, actually.
I am in your channel.
Yeah, that's the all call is just kind of announcements to
activated.
all of the channels. So
Microphone resumed.
you
I'm
can
gonna
hear all the
go
channels.
ahead. Oh, so we'll be able to hear it in that channel. Obviously, I'm very experienced at TeamSpeak, guys.
Yeah.
So if I just unmute the sound, I'll be able to hear it. All right. Well, you guys will hear it. So there might be a couple minutes, a little past the hour here, but I'm gonna go take a look at the VS. There's like somewhere in the realm of, so each of those galaxy transports, or better known as space whales, can hold up to 12 planetmans inside, including mechs, which are essentially robotic mech suits that are very powerful against your average planetman. They're at least double the strength of an average infantry. So I'd imagine there's a lot of maxes in those galaxies. But we can head over. And there is a day-night cycle in PlanetSide, for those who've never seen it. And Hossin is particularly notorious for a difficult-to-manage night. There are technical ways to try to circumvent it, as well as things in-game as well, from heat vision and night vision. But I'd imagine it looks like, I can't tell if this is sunset or sunrise, but it's very likely we will have a night cycle, which makes for the most cinematic parts of PlanetSide, let's be honest here.
Yes, it is. You can see shiny bullets.
Yeah, the tracers and everything. I mean, it should be simple enough. Purple and lasery. Well, we'll just describe the factions. Here we just have the Vanu and the Terrans. But the Terran Republic shoots many bullets. The new conglomerate shoots big bullets, and the Vanu Sovereignty shoots fancy bullets. So that essentially boils it down. The Vanu Sovereignty, known for its advanced technology and mostly its tight spandex. Those are the main draws. Its weapons are more focused on accuracy and precision as opposed to stopping power or rate of fire. Though there is a common pool set of weapons, the nanite system weapons that are given to everyone. That's a lot of galaxies.
Yes, it is.
This is a near D-Day level. Like, that's 400 planetmans in vehicles. Just about. I'd imagine almost every single person is in a vehicle right now. There'd be almost no reason not to. I guess maybe a few people will try to deploy forward and pull from forward bases. Is that a strategy you used during the smash?
Yeah, mostly.
Like, for example, SVS, once the batch starts, you could pull a Sunderer from Fort Drexler to assault Hurricane, Western Pass, or maybe Tack-on Storage. So that might be a factor here early on.
The one factor that can be used early on is to trying to interdict the enemy the approaches, like the hacking the terminals, or just like flipping it the other side, like Fallbridge Chemical, which is like the direct lattices between them. You cannot attack anything when your base is under attack.
Yeah.
So you can't interdict kind of those things. And mostly the Hurricane Amp Station that might be interdicted when you interdict Hurricane Western Pass.
That, like, what he's saying, guys, is if you start a capture or slow it down on any bases that are connected to a base they want to attack, I mean, it's simply enough called backcapping, where you prevent them from being able, like maybe Broken Vale Garrison connects to Nason's Defiance. They send 40 people to Nason's Defiance, but you drop 10 people behind them at Broken Vale, where the point is pretty far.
Oh. Match starts in 1 minute.
Okay, you guys all hear that. 1 minute. Make your predictions. I'm not biased at all with my completely unbiased shirt. The 2020 PlanetSide 2 Community Smash. Maddox, who takes it? Maddox?
Yeah?
Who takes it?
Well, I would just say it. Terran Republic. Because we are undefeated.
Are there? Wait, has Terran won every community smash they've been in?
Mostly, yes.
Mostly, yes. Mostly undefeated. Well, we'll see. I'm actually going to follow the Vanu Sovereignty out of the Warp Gate. We'll call them the underdogs because Terran are the reigning champions. 10 seconds. Yeah, and then if you're watching live, you can do the squad stream for both. Use the multi-command or check squad. And the match begins. Thank you to all the admins at PlanetSide Battles. Thank you to Rogue Planet Games. Thank you for watching. The battle begins. Oh my god, a beautiful space whale migration. Where will they be headed next?
So the massive galaxies are heading into west for the Terran side, and some in the east, and then to this middle.
Everyone has their targets as well. This isn't just for dramatic effect. This is everyone, and you see them using their lift jets to fly slightly faster. Professional cats here. So the Vanu migration, when will they find the TR, and will there be a battle to start, or are they going to try to outmaneuver? We'll have to see the opening strategies. The opening, like any real-time strategy game, the opening build is going to be very important in setting the tone of the rest of the match. And this is, make no mistake, the most real-time you can get with strategy. Even more than StarCraft. You have 800 players. So good luck with that. The battle begins.
So now the Vanu has a massive drop on the Woodman, and it's flipping right now. Now, TR has arrived to contest it, but the Vanu has just pulled a massive clusterfuck on the Woodman. Now it's going down in 3 minutes.
Oh, we've also got, so far, Woodman dropped, 72% Vanu. Bunker contested as well. Still a little bit of an air battle. Looks like they're trying to keep their galaxies up to be able to spawn in early on. Across the rest of the lattice, Hurricane Secure, flipping for Vanu. Hurricane Southern Depot and Tack-on Storage. I'm just going to go along the front here as far as I can get and kind of follow these battles. I've never noticed that there's like a drainage waterway here between these bases.
It's just really surprising that nobody's flipping Joharico. Like, there's some people of Vanu trying to flip it, but still, it's 1 to 12. Now all the massive clusterfucks are into either Hurricane and Woodman. So this is the 2 major big fights that are going around, and now the VS is kind of having a lead in Woodman ASC labs. And surprisingly, the Fallbridge Chemical is flipping, but like the Terran has almost 2 squads committing into the eastern lane, and they're just being stalled.
Yeah, I think the big start here is, well, the big story right now, just to start out, is Vanu looking at this northeast part of the map, Bunker J9, Fallbridge Chemical, Woodman ASC, but TR makes a play for Nason's Defiance uncontested, so they're looking better on the south and southwest sides of the map. We'll have to see. Nason's Defiance is a great base to have a hold of. It's very difficult to assault if there's a concerted defense. But as a neutral base, it makes it a lot easier because the defenders can't get in. Still some galaxies setting out. I'm sure, like, just like an actual war here, logistics are incredibly important. Oh, Woodman ASC continually contested. 57% Vanu. The TR dropped in more. Is it going to be enough to actually flip this base back? Once you have a defensive position, this base is incredibly tough to break.
It is. So what you need is about on the TR side, you have to put a logistic nearby the point. So you have, like, if you have a consistent logistic nearby the position, even though the position is flipped, you can still hold on to the fight. So what I see from the Terran Republic side, they're getting more and more drops into it and getting a sunny logistics, which is good. But the Vano has routers in it.
Yeah, they already had routers set up? Wow. Were they allowed to set up routers before the match?
I'm not really sure about that, but like what I saw, like there was a router inside.
I don't believe there is one right now. There's just a whole lot of maxes, but here comes a crash from the Terrans. Trying to break through. They're on the point. 20 seconds on the clock. The maxes themselves can't capture. You need infantry. The VS are starting to realize. Dropping C4. There's a few reinforcements. Heavily contested. 14 seconds on the clock. 67% TR. The point is flipping. The TR coming in from both doorways. Hopping over the hardline barriers, and the Republic will claim Woodman ASC with 10 seconds on the clock. What a play.
Beautiful steal. It is absolutely beautiful steal from TR, and it is a big score for TR because the VS has heavily committed into Woodman the first time, and they wasted 3 minutes for committing 96 plus.
Yeah, they committed a lot of their, like, your first round of maxes is probably going to be your strongest. You have the time to load everyone up into those gals. And the maxes, I think the VS got a little cocky. They pushed out far off the point, feeling like they had the numbers, and then the Terrans come in with a drop. And I mean, TY would be proud.
Stole Hurricane back. Now this is coming back and forth. So both sides has just got into the action, and now they stole like either points. So like Hurricane stolen by the Vanu, the Woodman stolen by the Terrans, and now the fight is over Aiken Southern. Now the Vanu has just redeployed right after and to stop the cap timer.
So all that stuff we were talking about early on with the Vanu taking the north and the TR taking the south, that flipped. Everybody tried, like they undercut each other successfully, I will add. And that means the Vanu is starting to take control around this Hurricane Amp Station general area, I guess Hurricane Metro area. Whereas the TR are working more towards the north side. Construction site Omega is flipping, as well as Fallbridge Chemical. I would definitely say Woodman, while a strong base to hold, is also something you're going to need to work to hold on to, because it's a single point base that connects to so much stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
And now Gurnie Dam is under attack. Now, I think I'm going to understand the Vanu's play. They're going to straight to the warp gate. They're going to, like,
You think they're going to go for the throne?
You know, like, the Gurnie Dam is a crucial point, like I mentioned before. Now, if you let Gurnie Dam go, then it's going to go to the Lambda Hunter's Blind constructions like Sigma, and it can also cut off to the XTAB Amp station, like XTAB Power Regulations, Southern Pass, Genesis. They can open up like multiple points that could get onto.
Yeah, Gurnie Dam is a relatively easy to assault base, being a single point base that cuts off a lot of potential area. So the TR coming in with reinforcements. It's literally a death box in there. It's a semi-bunker area with 4 doorways, but there's enough space underneath that maybe you can hold a strong position. There's just, like, splash damage isn't as devastating as it is on many points. There's a lot of area to work with. So the VS holding on the Gurnie Dam would be a big blow to the TR.
Yeah, the Vanu had the battle bus now is gone, but still the battle bus has hold the enemy fights from like 30 to a minute, which is very crucial because this is a 4-minute cap, but still like these force multipliers getting into this kind of bases, then you can actually help the point holds, because even though you don't have the solid spawns, that the force multipliers can get you extra firepower.
Are you still looking at? Oh wait, are you still looking at Gurnie Dam?
More. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, here comes some battle buses, equipped with anti-infantry top guns. Here, the VS bringing in support. The TR still maintaining, and remember, since they have an even amount of players on both sides, if one side has significantly more players on a base, that means they have less somewhere else. It's a balanced fight. Not something you usually see in PlanetSide. This is about as competitive as you're going to get with 800 players. But right now, the TR with 53% are trying to hold on to Gurnie Dam, but they're not able to break through. Multiple Sunderers are breaking their way up. Not really breaking, just driving. Not too many of them are going to survive for long. The TR still held at the door. The Vanu will not let them pass, but there's still a minute on the clock.
So if you lose this base with a 54% of leading population, then it is gonna be very purple for Terran, because like you have like all the bases are under attack. Well, like Tack-on Storage, like Fallbridge Chemical, Bridgewater, Construction Site Omega. Like the Vanu is kind of having a significant victories over here, and if you get Gurnie Dam onto it, then it's going to be downward spiral for the Terrans.
This is not what you want to be losing early on. Do we have a timer somewhere on the match, by the way?
It's I think you have to hear the roll calls. Like they just like saying like 60 minutes, 30 minutes, and 20-minute mark.
I'll check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When they say 60 minutes left, because we don't actually have the continent lock timer, I'll put a timer up. But we've been at this for approximately 10 minutes, guys. And it looks like, well, we'll worry that. 15 seconds left on Gurnie Dam. Smoke grenades making it hard for even me to see. And
they should have been gone by now, but like this is too slow. This is too slow, and it's gonna be too late. Now the point is being contested, but still, it's not in a men. Oh, it's gone.
Bushido way. Bushido way. B-Way, the Scourge of Emerald. The very skilled and well-coordinated Scourge, but Scourge nonetheless. With what they specialize in. In fact, literally their leader has written a comprehensive guide on point holding. And that was quite a point hold right there. So I'm going to go ahead and approximate. We've been at this for 10 minutes.
Yes,
And I'm going to put the timer on the screen, guys. And where did I put that? Oh, my God. You see, Jimmy really slacking today.
Yeah. You gotta fire him.
Well, again,
Yeah.
I'm going to count it down from 80 minutes approximately. I'll adjust when we hear the roll call.
So now the Woodman ASC is going down again, but it's still like Aiken Southern Labs in 30 seconds. So what you like, this is very frustrating for Terrans, because like this is the only lane that the TR is attacking right now, and now is being backcapped on Woodman. So the lattices on the Bunker J93 Woodman and the Aiken Southern Labs is kind of be crucial. This is a lifeline to the Terrans, because they lost Gurnie Dam, and now the Vanu is going to twist the knife from out to Outpost Lambda and XTAB Power. And now Hurricane Amp Station is now have a pop dump by Vanu, and which is stolen. So you're going to lose initiative on the central region, and now that's not good for the Terrans.
Yeah, losing the amp station here, the last neutral base on the map, takes the longest to capture. The Vanu are going to get a hold of that. And another thing I'm not seeing is the territory control. Oh, wait, you can hover. Wait, can you hover over? No. Is there a way to see territory control?
The maps. You can see territory control on the maps. You know, you can tag over the population into...
Oh my God, how did I not know that? I just learned. I have 1,700 hours of PlanetSide. I just learned you could do that. I mean, usually it's on the screen somewhere, but...
Like, how many alerts did you see? And you didn't realize...
No, it's usually on the top of the screen. Hey!
Oh, yeah, fair point.
Yeah. But that's a nice indicator there, actually. Okay. So, Woodman ASC is flipping. we've got Tack-on Storage going down as well, cutting off even more territory. Gurnie Dam being flipped back, but not a great start for the TR in these first 10-15 minutes.
You know, the basic role that even like all the casters mentioning in the service match, you have to win the 50-50 fights. Now,
What about the 55-45s?
The Terran Republic has lost the 67-33 fights. So even though they popped them to slow down the timer or even defending it, they just failed. Now they have to waste 4 minutes on Tack-on Storage with that amount of forces now, or have to relocate. So this is a kind of waste of time for the Terrans, but still they managed to get redirected into Broken Veil, and now this is the big play, because now if they get a Broken Veil and Hurricane secure storage, then they cut off Nixon's Defiance and Gurnie Dam.
The awkward part is now everybody's kind of backcapping each other, as Woodman ASC is flipping, the TR are contesting it, but they're more than likely not going to get a hold of it. Broken Veil is only able to be attacked via Aiken Southern Labs, which is connected via Woodman, so that's going to cut it off. The TR is holding with 43% on Bunker J9, so that is something there, and it's drawing a lot away from that potential Broken Veil cap. Ooh,
it is.
As I say, Broken Veil cap, that's a very precarious one once Woodman goes down here.
So the thing is, like, they're wasting much manpowers on the Tack-on Storage, but this waste of manpower can be directed into the enemy counterattacks, like the Bridgewater stripping here, like Bunker J93 or Woodman. They just got overpopped and popped dumped the Vanu, and now Woodman is gone. The Bunker J93 has been defended, and now Broken Veil is flipping back to the Vanu.
They still have an opportunity to maybe kind of take it, but not really. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's stranded. It's cut off. And, I guess the biggest issue is going to be Gurnie Dam here. Like, Gurnie Dam is the start of something. Like, if they can get Gurnie Dam back, Gurnie Dam seems to be, in both the live game and competitively, a focal point on Hawson. Because it is kind of a demonstration of can you point hold. It's a key base in a key location, but it's a single point base. You can dump 96 plus planetmans on it, and if you can hold, even against greater numbers, as we saw earlier, it makes a huge difference. In fact, they're jamming they're trying to get a lightning in the point. You don't go in there. Let me in. Ah! I don't know if that's a practical usage of a lightning. He realizes that maybe he should go on a diet, but now, the TR are obligated to hold Gurnie Dam. Like, you can't let this go. Here comes more VS. We'll have to see. So far, not too much of a defense mounted. They're more focused towards the north. But, honestly, I'm not seeing too many realistic fights towards the northern lattices now. I think the focus is really going to fall on Gurnie Dam very soon.
Now, the fight has been evened up on Bunker, J93, and Woodman, but still, like, the Hurricane has been defended, and now Broken Veil is being defended. Now, the Vanu is wasting people in the Broken Veil right now. That's going to be hurt on the Vanu side for now, because, like, the timer is on 1 minute, and they cannot leave there, because, like, until, like, the timer caps in 1 minute, then you're gonna have to risk something if you leave within those timers. It's like you have to risk the enemy like counter drops. If they flip it back, then you're gonna be.
You kind of gotta wait it out to that last second with something like this. You can't let them have any opportunity. The same goes. Armor cap points. Someone yells in Gurnie Dam. Probably the Lightning pilot.
Yeah.
Gurnie Dam, still 60% TR. The VS have a few more seconds to respond. I'll be flipping over to Bunker, but I'll see if... Oh, there's a Harasser using its most effective weapon, which is its wheels, to run down some VS. Everyone's known that feel before. The VS not quite putting it together here.
Yeah. The Mostrich is going down by the Vanu sovereignty, which was a good move until the Woodman has been under attack. So if you get the Mostrich command center, like you can just flip it back, but still, Woodman, if you lose Woodman, the Mostrich command center will be cut off, even though Bunker J93 is also cut off, but still they have more population in there. So Terran just can move back after Bunker J993 flips and then defend. So this is not really a good good offensive by the Vanu, I think. So like, there's a couple of bases that are under attack by Vanu, the Maastricht and Zoth North, but still, the Maastricht is not a good attack. And the important thing is the Terran, now the Terrans has the momentum of the attack. Now Terran is attacking 3 bases that are in lattice.
Yeah.
And now
Moss Ridge Command Center. What Maddox is saying. When you attack Moss Ridge, you're losing 2 key bases around it, and this is a big commitment to Moss Ridge while a lot of other things are going well for the TR. And here comes the TR, just a big pop dump here, both from the spawn room and just general, like, Valkyries and Galaxies coming in. And this is the risk. They just committed all these forces here. There's 2 minutes left on the clock, but the TR are in position with Gurnie Dam flipping. They can retask those forces to retaking this point. Now, this is a pretty nasty point to try to retake. There's a literal kill box on both sides. But numbers, a great man has once said, more stuff counters less stuff. We'll see if that holds true here as they work their way up the sides. I don't believe there are any routers. Like, I'm pretty sure routers are not involved in this. I think we're limited to drops and squad beacons here, which I kind of like. But.
So, like, for now, I think they lost momentum. Vanu realized they lost momentum in the central. So, what they moved is the flank side. They're attacking Johari Cove, and they're attacking the Zoth North Garden, which is a very great move for the Vanu, and which is going to be successful. However, now the Bunker J993 is flipped, and now they have to open up the Vex Biologics. And what's concerning Vanu, like, if they go into the eastern side, like flipping Zots and, you know, into the Ziggurat, that's fine. But you have to defend Vex Biologics onto the Matsuda or Hate Skydock, because you're going to be cut off if you don't defend these bases.
So right now, the TR is playing defense on the southwest front and some offense over here on the north. Oh my god. How did, let me bring my compass out. The northeast. Yeah, like, yes. Honestly though, like, you can tell even experienced PlanetSide players, I like to consider myself one, you keep saying all these names of all these bases, and it's kind of just going in one ear and out the other. Because you start saying too many names of, like, Hade Skydock, like, Bunker J9, Construction Site Omega, Vex Biologics. Imagine keeping tabs on it for all these players. The hardest part, I think, is for the leaders, trying to keep tabs on everything that's happening, figuring out what platoon leader or squad leader needs to go there, and sending them there in a timely manner. Like, the chain of command has to be... I hate, this sounds like just a buzzword, but robust, in that you trust platoon leaders to go to the right place at the right time quickly, even if the orders are a little slow in coming. So right now, oh wow, that amp station is packed for the TR.
And for the most part, as my experience as a force commander, every time I do that, like, I have to stay in the warp gate watching maps for 90 minutes.
Oh yeah, you're not shooting anyone. You're a 5-star general. You ain't. It's been a long time since you had boots on the ground in this type of scenario. Oh, this amp station. The amp station does that's a whole lot of territory in the Hurricane Metro area that is opened up that the TR lost out on earlier. So if they can point hold this, and the thing about amp stations is they have shields, but you can get the gate shield diffuser loadout, which is how all these Sunders got in there. Or, of course, by hacking vehicle terminals with infiltrators. And that's why you seem like you got a particularly murdery parking garage right now for the TR. But, so far, a solid point hold. The VS can spawn in, at least for a while, unless the spawn control unit is assaulted, which only happens after, I believe, halfway through the cap. It becomes vulnerable. And if they can hold out, this is one of the harder point holds to do. There's a lot of different things that can happen, and none of them are good. And we're seeing that right now for the TR. Oof.
So what you have to do in the Terran side, you lost the initiative. You lost the initiative on the attacking side. But still, you guys managed to attack on the Hurricane Amp Station, Secure Storage, and Bunker. In Woodman. So what you have to do is to attack more not just to waste their time like defending, like flipping their caps onto a timer. You have got 3.5 minutes to until like enemy gets to the Hurricane Southern Depot. So you can't have the advantage on those terms. You can move to like Tack-on Storage to another attack or Nascent Defiance. You have to flip it, like you have to flip all of the regions, and you have to be.
So you're saying almost like kind of a guerrilla warfare hit and run tactics here. Start a base, and then as soon as they start responding, get out and hit another one, and then eventually find something that sticks.
Yes. Now, because the TR has lost the initiative, it is very crucial to get these things back, because in this kind of situation, when you lose the initiative, you have lost your 50-50 fights. So if you're really behind, like even like less force multipliers or something, or less nanites, or less maxes or shit, like you have to be more versatile if you can meet your criteria in the winning 50-50 fights. So what I see in the TR side right now, they're really constantly attacking side, but they're not getting real scores into it. But Vanu's side, they're getting like slowly derived into it, but still they managed to cap the points. Like they got Zot's North Garden, and now going to Zot's Arbitorium, and now Zot's Biolab, and there's going to be flipping in like 2 or 1 minute mark. And now
the Biolab pretty hotly contested, but it's looking good for the VS right now. So going around the map, Bunker J9 flipping back towards the TR, Zot's Arboretum, the whole Zot's lattice. It doesn't really look like it, but right now the VS has 57% territory control. So at the end of that timer, at the end of 90 minutes, whoever has, all you need is one more base. And bases, depending on what kind of facility they are, can count between like 1 and 3% usually. So like a major facility like a biolab will flip about 3%, whereas a minor facility will be 1 or 2. It actually has a decimal point in there that you can't see, which I'd like to be able to see exactly what the decimal points are, but because sometimes you'll end up with like an even integer, and it'll be like 50.4 to 49.8 or something. But Zot's Arboretum, it looks like the TR is kind of just letting this one go. There was one squad that responded. Wait. Yeah, just one squad that responded. It looks like that's not happening. And they're giving up Zot's. What are they taking? Oh, can you believe it? It's Gurnie Dam again. All right, here. Oh, god damn.
It's going to be pain for Terrans. And now I'm at the Tack-on Storage. Like, they're holding on point very dicily, but...
Dicily. I love that.
Yeah. They just drag like 56% of Vanu in here, and if they cap it, then it's going to be a big score for the Terrans, because you can get back the initiative because you have hold on to 60% of the Vanu pop. But now the Tack-on Storage has been overrun, and now they lost the point. The Vanu just being safe on it, and now Root House Distillery has been reinforced by the Vanu, and now it's flipping back, which is unfortunate for the Terrans, because they wanted to secure Woodhouse and then go hop onto the Tack-on Storage, but still they failed to do it because they didn't really realize that you can use the difference of the timers. So this is the kind of problem for the Terrans, because like you have more time to defend when you're you have.
So you're saying they're not utilizing the space they created for themselves. Like they started flipping one base, that got defended, but that created time to try to flip another base. But they haven't really taken much advantage of that.
Yes,
I think the VS are definitely... Oh, Zot's was saved with like less than 10 seconds on the clock. Zot's Arboretum and the Biolab as well. Nice. So that's actually big saves right there. I'm going to go flip over to the Zot's lattice. That must be where many of those forces were redirected towards, because it looked like those were gone for sure.
So the Terran side now is like putting out the fires for now, but what to do? They really don't know what to do next, because they don't have many options to attack. You know, like everything is under attack right now. Gurnie Dam, Hurricane Southern Depot, Root House Distillery, the Moss Ridge Command Center, Bunker J993. All of them is in fire, so you have to put out the fires in order to attack. But now the the Vano is not getting their momentum to it. Like they're all flipped all the lasses they can have. So this is going to be a major problem for the Terrans to get into.
Where do they get their offense? Is what you're saying? Like, where do they actually attack if they have to keep playing defense? The VS embracing the best defense is a good offense here by attacking Zot's Biolab, Zot's Arboretum, Bunker J9, Moss Ridge Command Center, XTAB Power Regulation. It looks like Gurnie Dam's a little quiet for now. Hurricane Southern Depot has some. Tack-on Storage is under attack, being defended. And Root House Distillery. So out of like 10 possible bases they could actually be attacking right now, they're attacking about 8 of them. So,
yeah, 8 bases are so.
And that means the TR can't attack the bases behind them. Like, these are on the front. It's not a 3-front war like in the live game. Either you're attacking or defending is what it boils down to in a lot of these situations. And right now, the VS is just doing more and doing it more effectively.
And the more problem the TR has now is like, 8 bases are under attack. Well, you can't just say bases with a lot of pop-ups, like a couple of bases, but you still lose another couple of bases when you're behind. So this is going to be more problem for the Terrans. So you cannot fight back. Now, all you have to do is lose and just defend yourself. And it's going to be worse and worse and worse as time goes on.
This is not what you want to see for Terrans. Like, yeah.
Or the Hostin, like.
Usually Hostin is not so bad for this. Like, usually you can find an angle on Hostin. And I guess the VS have found all of them. That's what we're looking at right now.
So all you can do is to attack on the central front for now, because Gurnie Dam has been fully saved. And now the Terran's going to be a counterattack on Hurricane Secure Storage and Nace's Defiance, which is very good, but you still lose like some chunk of the territories. So now all you have to utilize is this basis on the attack on Hurricane Secure Storage and Nace's Defiance, and put them on hold for a minute, and then after you put out the fires, or you just you lose bases, then you have to go retaking. You have to put on the pressure.
Well, the offense is happening now. Finally, there's some Terran offense. XTAB Power Regulation actually could really take some momentum out of them. It looks like Bunker J9 has been given up by the TR. They will. Wait, am I on XTAB? No. This is Moss Ridge Command. The VS are just attacking so much stuff. It looks like a strong defense coming out of the TR. They're breaking in towards the point right now. The kill box is starting to break down. They're VS on the corners, but the TR numbers are far too great. They're breaking in the balconies, and with the balconies comes the point. The VS don't have the numbers to hold. The TR will be taking this one back. So that's something. That means they'll be able to slow that down. I'm going over to XTAB Power Regulation, which has only 30 seconds on the clock right now. Call out if you see a battle.
Now TR has been popped up into it, and now just attacking through the doors, and now being maxes up front, but still the lots of Vanos holding their positions, and what you have to do is just throw the nades into it, and just get your bodies in it.
It's not happening. Oh, big EMP grenade. 12 seconds left. The TR is closing in from the right side of the point. They got maxes on the left. Now is the time. Now or never. You've committed so many people. 2 seconds. 1 second. The VS hold. Wait. What? 0 seconds.
Oh
Zero. The Terrans. What? Wait. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Oh my god. The resonades are coming through. But what a play. I had already called it. I thought 0 seconds was enough to...
Oh my god.
A 0 second save.
What a save.
Oh, what a play here. That, if the TR end up bringing this back, well, that's going to be a big part of it. You need 1, morale booster, 2, literal territory booster, because they're down 61 to 38% right now. You can't...
So now,
it's getting almost out of control. Oh, wait. Another drop from the VS. It's only a single drop. I don't think one galaxy is going to solve this.
Yeah, look, they don't have any Sunder's logistics in the XTAB Power Regulation, so now it's time to counterattack. Now the Terrans has been Like Terran won the 50-50 fights on XTAB Power. Now they have attack on Hurricane Secure Storage and Nation's Defiance and Tack-on Storage. So now getting their back into, now they're pushing back the Vanu right now. This is very unusual.
Moss Ridge
like,
Command.
It doesn't really happen often in the service match
Oh.
when you're still extremely behind. But still, now Terran got the point back and now counterattacking, which is what I said before. Now they all have to do is to take on the guerrilla warfare. Now you have to give up the Hurricane Secure Storage because like Vanu just popped up everything on 96 plus. So you have 3 minutes. You have the 3 minutes onto the.
So you're saying right now committed? We see it here, 77%, well over 90 Vanu at Hurricane Secure. You got 90 people freed up. Where are you gonna put them? Right now, Moss Ridge Command Center got retaken by the VS. The TR had taken it back for themselves, but the VS reorganized. Wow, there's a Sunder in the point and a bunch of Sundies outside. The VS are looking to at least punch him in the nose for that XTAB Power save. I'd imagine many of the players that were at that location are now here. But the VS are holding, and this would be very nice. Like, it's not the end of the world if they lose it, but losing anything right now could be devastating. And it's already a rough spot, 60-40 with under an hour left. At least around an hour. I really wish I had an actual timer.
So, like, you have to like consider yourself like getting an option for it, because like, less than 10 minutes ago, like it was everything was on fire, and now you put up the fires. Then now it's your turn to burn everything on the Vanu side. But it's getting like what I'm seeing is they have to put like small forces into Fort Drexler, even if it's like Ghost Camp. You have to get your timers on every basis, like Vanu did. If you don't, then you don't have the momentum to come back.
You're not. They're not crossing their T's and dotting their I's right now. They're not getting all the things that are open. What Maddox is saying is you need to have a player. Like, if you've taken a base, you defend a base, like Tack-on Storage, you get one guy. If it's just one guy, it's just one guy. But you get one guy at Fort Drexler, you flip a point, you put some more time on the clock. That one guy can save you against dozens. And flipping a point for 30 seconds can make all the difference. And that's what the Vanu Sovereignty was doing under the enlightened leadership of Chifeke. And so far, it's paid off for them. And that is why we're looking at 60-40. And right now, Moss Ridge Command Center is flipping as well. The VS jumped on the point with everything, including all their fancy vehicles. And they're going to be taking it. There's no getting this back for the TR. Where do they find more points? Where do they find more territory? That was not rhetorical.
Yeah, it's like it was all the efforts that done by TR to put out the fires and counterattacking, and now the Vanu already set up a major offensive on the Bittoll area, and which is going to be a crucial point for the attack on the warp gate. So this is a very missed opportunity for TR, but still they can be they have the momentum to the attack because now the central lanes are open, even though like the western areas is now under attack, but still like you have to go to the east and the central to counterattack. You cannot waste many people on defending it because you're not gonna defend it in time, because like moving to east to west is like taking 5 minutes of time. It's too far. You cannot redeploy like people into the eastern front to western front like Germany. No.
Yeah. Very appropriate reference here with these teams. And Hurricane Secure Storage is definitely one of your, I guess, pro-gamer point hold bases. And that's what the TR is doing. It's going to be a stronghold. They will be oh, wait, B-Way's here! They got something to say! Is it enough? It's just a single squad right now. There's more than enough inside. And the Terrans drop it on top. Doom drops from both sides. Galaxies, squad beacons. The Vanu wiped out on the ground. They don't have the numbers. Some resonades come in, but there's just not going to be the manpower here for the VS to retake this. They're still, they're dropping. They're giving it a shot, but this will be taken by the TR, and that frees up potentially, oh wait, at the same time though, Southern Depot is gone.
Yep.
Oh well, it's what? Okay, wait, whoa! I'm getting over there.
It's safe.
Oh!
It's safe by 5 seconds. And now Hurricane Secure Storage is gone
Where
by
am
the
I?
TR. And
That's moves.
they're
Moves made.
slowly pushing into the central front and trying to cut off Nix's Defiance area, which is very great for the Terrans because now if they can cut off, even though they're still behind, you can just score like double. Because like you taking the points and if you just cut off their points, then Vanu still loses.
Yeah.
Loses their territory control.
Unfortunately, around the edges, well, TR is working around the eastern edge here, but the Beetle metro area is looking kind of difficult right now for the TR. Not untenable, but Tack-on Storage is Beetle stockpile is unlikely to be retaken. That's a very tough point to retake without overwhelming numbers and a big drop. Let's see. I think you got to stop the bleeding there. Tack-on Storage could use a few more squads, and that could potentially clear it up, but Beetle stockpile requires a concerted effort because this is one of those where the attackers have the advantage against the defenders. Oh, but a whole lot of drops coming in from both sides. You've got a semi-protected point on the top of this building. So the only way to really assault is via drops. And plenty of drops are coming in for the Terrans. But is it enough? There's a whole lot on the point. A few dozen Vanu at least here. And the fight is escalating. More galaxies are coming in under the canopy. So far, the VS are holding, just trying to deal with the TR literally above their heads. More gals coming in. Both sides. Another round of drops. Another gal dropping out a whole lot from the TR. That's at least 2 gals of men's. Half of them are dead on the way there, but they'll be back. And, oh, the TR looks like it's dumped enough manpower onto the point. It's still very rough. The Vanu gunning them down as they try to contest. And it is contested. They're around the edges. But, finally, B-Way and all their Vanu spandex friends. Wait. A round of resonades is coming through. It looks like the Terrans have the manpower to clean this up. Still more drops are coming out. Both sides are sending in suicide missions to land on this particular beachhead. How are there still Vanu in here? What? The Vanu are actually reestablishing control to an extent. It's unclear exactly how many players are up and how many are down with the nameplates. I feel like the TR have this, but I keep seeing Vanu shooting. It's very close, but the TR finally, I think, established dominance here. Yeah. And that's tactical superiority. Okay,
yeah,
at least
like,
they save it.
What I'm seeing is, like, the Patrol stockpile has been saved
by
TR, but now they're losing Hurricane area and Gurnie Dam. So what I'm seeing is, like, they're trying to put out the fire with the pop down, with the defensive, but it's not going to be cut it, because if you're trying to commit people on the defensive, then they'll have extra people.
So what you're saying is right now the Vanu are doing what the TR need to be doing. Right here, they had a big commitment. They know the TR went over to secure Hurricane Southern Depot and Beetle's stockpile. But before all of that was figured out, Gurnie Dam got hit. And they're on point, and it's going to be difficult to get dislodged. So even when they're not winning, they're finding other opportunities. And here comes B-Way. Like, some of the outfits, I don't recognize the tags, to be honest. I recognize B-Way, so that's why I keep shouting them out. They've renamed themselves. I know they're from all across the servers, by the way. Anyone who signed up could sign up some members of their outfit. And that's why you're seeing players from across the world.
Yeah, right.
And across Araxis.
So they're pushing on the Gurnie Dam, which is 70 seconds left, and it's going to be dicey place because the Vanu's applying force multipliers, and they take it the big ones, and now the TR going to be realized it's going to be a hard taking to take it back.
Now, Gurnie Dam is always such a focal point if it's on the board. The TR, if they take this back, really need to at least maybe send a squad or two just to keep flipping points on Nason's Defiance to keep them off. Wait, what is the map looking like? Yeah, they have... Oh, but we see it again. Right now, Hurricane Secure getting hit as Gurnie Dam is. So, even if they don't take Gurnie Dam, and they may, Hurricane Secure is also getting hit by just a squad, to be honest. Like, just a squad of VS, but they're flipping a point.
What is good for Vanu is like the care station is going down, which is very few numbers from the TR, but it is still major base too, and it steals the momentum of the attack on the Tack-on Storage and root house.
They can't lose Gurnie Dam too.
Yeah.
Like they're not gonna get it. The TR are gonna lose Gurnie Dam.
Yeah, the B-Way holds very good.
They weren't even the first ones here, but they were good enough. And there you go, B-Way claiming the tag as well.
Oh my
Classic.
God.
And now secure storage is cut off, and it's down and out anyways. There was a ghost cap going on at Beetle stockpile, which stopped Root House Distillery from potentially getting flipped, and that put more time on the clock. And like the TR, 61 to 37%, and it's about to get worse.
It is.
It's starting to really trend heavily in a certain direction here. And Lamb does all, like, that's what you got to be doing. Gurney is flipped, and almost immediately after, almost within, they were probably already on the point. But the next base to the south has some DD-11 manpower alongside a few B-Way members as well. I'm gonna start trying to call out the outfits more, give them some credit for participating.
This is going to be a problem for TR, like I mentioned before. So, like they're twisting the knife inside your heart, and now you have to put a knife back out, and you have to stop the bleeding. So this takes a heck of a lot of effort to defend last time than before.
Yeah, like,
and now
the VS are just dropping in. They are dumping everyone on this, and why not? Like, this is deep in the heart of TR territory. It, like, Karen Station is the only connection to this right now. And this is an even more point hold base. This is a little bit more favorable for the defenders because you have a little bit of a high ground area. But you bring a few Sunders up here, or you just keep dropping. Like, I got to give credit. Both sides, but especially the VS. There are definitely, of the 400 members on each side, I wouldn't be surprised if 30 to 50 of them are just flying gals and Valkyries. Like, because logistics are so important. Okay, the point. Like, if TR lose this, I'm pretty close to, like, I don't know how you come back from that. You cannot lose this. You just cannot. It's too far. They're at 41-54. This is just chuck some C4, chuck some nades in there. Come on. Let's get it done, Terrans. Now is the time. Now or never. The VS getting gunned down, blown up, and knocked around. C4 all over the place. Res grenades. Will that solve the problem? There's still 2 minutes on the clock, and the TR finally clear it out. They will capture. Outpost Lambda back and clear it up. But the amount of time and commitment they had to put into this, and just like that, XTAB Power regulation getting hit again.
And then
I just keep going. Like, I've done.
Oh my God! Root House Distillery. They committed people in Root House, but Beetle Stockpile just.
Oh my God!
First.
They're on. The
so
VS
bad.
is just out. They're outmaneuvering. They're faster. That's what's happening right now.
They're getting much faster than the TR.
And morale is a real issue as well. By the way, like once even leaders, like once people start feeling like it's not winnable or it's going poorly, they don't play as well. It's these are real people here, and I mean some are more committed than others, but
it is.
I think we're getting to the point where it's definitely like a lot of Terrans are thinking, what are we doing out here, and maybe won't be as focused. You're running out of time. We're at the halfway mark. And right now, almost 2/3 of the territory is in Vanu hands.
But what you need to do in this focal point as a force commander, you still need to utilize your forces as fast as possible. So you have to compromise eventually. So like you have to lose XTAB Power regulation at that point. You're gonna lose XTAB Power regulation.
You don't want to be losing points with 40%. Like. Yeah. That is a gross misuse of human resources, or at least planet nanite resources. You don't want to have just enough to not do anything at a point. Either you go for it and have enough to contest, or you put them somewhere else. Because right now the Vanu have, I mean, you guys can see it. They have a few people here. So that means they're not somewhere else. But this cuts off Woodman. It's a disaster.
But now,
oh god, Lambda's getting hit by one squad. I mean, like, we could just be watching the map. I can barely keep up with the map. There's a ghost cap on Ziggurat right now. Bravada PMC getting hit. Zot's Arboretum about to be cut off. There's 96 plus even fight at Zot's North Garden, but that doesn't matter if you lose Bravada PMC. Woodman about to be cut off. ACAN Southern Labs was being capped by the TR. That ain't gonna matter. Hurricane Secure Depot is being held onto, but Outpost Lambda has time on the clock, which means Gurnie Dam cannot be attacked either. Beetle stockpile being hit again, which prevents any sort of progress on that Gone Tech plant lattice. And nothing's going well for the TR right now. I'm trying to look, like, where are they winning?
If I'm there like FC on the TR, I would commit all of the forces into Zot's North and the Tack-on Storage area because it's going to cut out their offensive. So if TR takes Zot's North Garden, you take out all the Zot's area and the offensive on the Ziggurat. You don't need to defend. You don't even need to defend the Ziggurat because you cut off all the areas in the east. And now what their problem is, TR is just committing people to defend the Ziggurat, but they're also held off from the Zot's North Garden. So now they're being defensive again. While
now is not the time for defense. The time for defense has long passed.
Yes, and now like a TR is now attacking Tack-on Storage, which is good, but still they need to do a lot more commitment into the attack. So you have to go back to Gurnie Dam at some point. You have to go back to Gurnie Dam,
the legend of Gurnie
Storage,
Dam.
And everything you need to contest, and especially the focal points like Zot's North Garden. You have to commit. I would rather commit like 4 or 5 platoons on the Zot's North Garden, like heavily fortified with lots and lots of force multipliers. Because even like if you have layers of force multipliers, even you drop like 5 platoons into them, you're gonna have like 1 or 2.
You gotta do a D-Day. All right, let's go. Hit the beaches. Which one is TR? Is it Juno or Sword? I don't know. But
I think it's Juno. Yeah.
All right, Juno Beach. Let's go. Make a decision. I'm looking at the map. I'm not seeing anything. The Ziggurat is flipping. I agree. Like, once Zot's North Garden is recapped, there's a time on the clock at Arboretum they have to wait before another attack. Like, they keep going for that Woodman area, which I feel is a lost cause. You're getting too far into VS territory that's too easily cut off. XTAB is recapped. Lambda, oh my god.
Go around like through the Broken Valley and Hurricane Secure Storage, well, it will be good. It will be good focal points, but that opportunity has been lost when you committed all the way to the control stockpile. So you have to find another route to get the enemies held back. And now all I see the opportunity is outside the Zot's North Garden, really, and all the way to Tack-on Storage and
they lost Zot's North Garden.
So now the Monsters Command Center is going down, but there
doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Look at that percentage.
It's dwindling. It's really dwindling very hard. And now
I can't stress. This is not your normal 3-way continent lock alert. There's no double teaming here. So usually that's where you see the huge territory swings, is when one faction has free space where they're not getting focused by either faction. But there's only one other faction, so it's not hard to decide who to focus on here.
So now, as a force commander, when you're losing, it's really hard to make a call that has a high risk. But
now is the time for high risk. Okay.
Yeah, it has to go to be high risk because, even when in the StarCraft, you're in the you're way behind economy, but you still have lots of
They got to do a crazy Doom drop base trade right now.
They have to go to the base trade at this situation.
So where would if you had to make a play, where would it be?
Still Zot's North Garden.
So just the whole Zot's area.
Dots area and Tack-on Storage. That I think that 2 area is the only play in Terran left because the Monsters Command Center is good, but still it's a long way to go until like to Bunker J993, fix Biologics on the way to the north. It's the timing of the taking out whole north area is lost because like it takes more than 30 minutes into the capping all of them. So all I see as a TR commander is like a one focal point, and now all I see is Zots North Garden, and Vanu knows it. Vanu knows it, so they're committing like 96 plus into it and starts Arboretum.
Oh,
and now,
this point hold on Lambda has a harasser running down any TR who try to get close. And B-Way, once again, is entrenched in the point, and that will go their way. The dirtiest dozen goes purple, claims the tag. Hunting Leopard, continually hunting unsuspecting Terran planetmans. Like, you don't have time to retake a base. There is no time for that. And that brings the TR to 31%.
wait a minute, how did they even flip Fort Drexler? They don't have a connection. What the fuck? That's odd. But still, it's a good.
Well, maybe they had Tack-on Storage, and they've been flipping and reflipping Fort Drexler for a while? I don't know.
Yeah, like, I think that's the situation.
Like
But still,
it never
they're-
actually flipped back, and it was in limbo, I guess.
Yeah. Well, still, like, TR is trying to get managed to being an offensive, but now, like, less than like 40 minutes. and stuff,
I gotta hype up a comeback. You have to, right? But like,
Yeah.
oh, it's getting so hard to make. Like, it's going from okay, it's a long shot to it's like a scripted story. If they come
But-
back,
Yeah. But still, like, okay, now the situation has been changed, so you lost the momentum to get to Zod's area. So Zod's North Garden's gone. So the next point will be the Western Front, which is going to be Ghana, the Ghana Tech Plant. And Tech Plant is notorious base to cut them off. But still, all you have to commit is there. And now the second point will be the XTAB Power Regulation and Gurnie Dam cutting off Outpost Lambda. And they would know all these kind of scenarios. So, like, if I'm the TR commander right now, so you put every single effort into the Tack-on Storage and XTAB Power Regulation, and just trying to manipulate them to cut them off. If you succeed, that's good. But if you're not, like, even if you're not, you're committing, like, you're trying to force Vanu into committing the defense into here. And then, while attacking, I'm trying to, like, putting a ghost caps into our elite special forces into Zod's area again. And
which they do have. It sounds like a meme, but there are definitely like more experienced platoons, and then more of like your grunts here as well. I'm sure. Like, you got your B-ways, and then you got your not B-ways.
Yeah, it's like B-way and BCO, like, you know, the difference. Like, you like put your B-ways into like one or two elite squadron into it, and now you like throw runs like BCO into the main fight. You know, and that's what the that's what the commanders are doing.
No.
Basically.
It's not necessarily just about where you put people, it's who you put there as well. That's part of it. That's part of leading. So, okay, I won't go in the spawn room. I'm sorry.
So, like, XTAB Power Regulation has been stranded, and now Tack-on Storage has been flipped out, and now Attack on Root House is going on, which is very good. They're occupying a huge chunk of Vanus in there, like I said before. So now the
Bravada is flipping, but it doesn't do much for the VI. I mean, anything does a lot, but
it is going to be very fatal for the Terrans, because if you lose this base, then you're not going to get it in time. You're not going to get it in 30 minutes. Like, if you lose this base, you have no.
they have
initiative.
48.96 at Moss Ridge, which is capping 30 seconds after Bravada PMC flips. So
Oh my
if they
God.
cap that, it's cut off. Those
This is
48.96.
And now, like,
Oh, hello, the Terrans woke up, but is it in time? Oh shit,
Like-
the max crash got crashed
like-
back.
Chunk of
Oh, the C4 comes raining in. The fairies happy to oblige. A handful of Terrans make it. They might be able to break into C point, put some more time on the clock. They desperately need to at least hold 1 point. So that way everyone at Moss Ridge Command Center can come back and defend. But the Vadu are piling in. Everyone's invited.
Oh my
They
God.
need to get at least C point. They desperately need to put that time on the clock. Otherwise, the TR are in a terrible spot.
Oh my God! Look at those force multipliers. Like they have lots and lots.
Why
of
is there a cloak Sunday right next to the point or something? Oh my God.
They have a fatal. Yeah, they have a choke point there.
This is a disaster. But the drop on B. The bait
Oh,
and
that's-
switch. That's something. They tried to come in from the spawn room, but a few Valkyries. Oh, they didn't even flip the point. They need to flip a point. They just need a few more seconds on the clock. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Come on! You can do this. You can do this.
Come
You
on,
can hold
Terrans!
it. You can stall like at least like.
You need
like,
one. You need something. For
Oh.
the Republic! Oh, A point is flipping, but nothing's fully flipping. Can you deploy a Sunder on? How did he get a Sunder up here?
Oh my God!
Okay, A point flips. That puts a few more precious. Oh, but they lost Moss Ridge, so that kind of negated that whole idea.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Root House Distillery's flipping for the TR. We're starting to run out of time and map here. The VS are
Now
just.
it's very frustrating because Fort Drexler and Ghana Tech Plant are the fortress for the Vano. Like you have to take extra amount of time because it is 3-point bases, and even if you have all the 3 points, it's going to be 5 minutes. And Ghana Tech Plant is it's Tech Plant. It's 7 minutes. You can't flip it back in time. So what you have to do is to hold Bravada PMC and goes all through the Zod's labs.
How are they
And
going to do
now
that?
They lose the initiative on the whole Eastern Front. So Vanu already knows it. They
60.
already entered
Wait,
the
is that
game.
going to bring us to 69%?
So they
No,
like
not
prevent
quite.
all their possible scenarios that could be like Terran would come back, and now they just drives into it. Like they just obliterate all the initiative in the eastern area. Now all they have to do is defend. Like if you lose, the Bravada PMC is the like
The
this is
cornerstone.
the cornerstone of the whole eastern
I
front.
am-
And now you.
It's
all-
gone. I think it's officially gone from a distant hope to quite a dream now for the TR.
And now the second important point for the attack momentum into Ziggurat, and now Vanu is already attacking it, even though it's being saved by the TR. But if you just like test it, then Zots is clear. Zots is out of the action.
XTAB Amp is contested, which most importantly just puts time on the clock for XTAB Power regulation. I don't see any VS bases flipping. Like, in order to claim territory, you must claim territory, in my experience.
It is.
That's some basic PlanetSide breakdown.
Well, this is like this is going to be very frustrating if you're on the TR command right now. Like if you're on the losing side, then all you have to do is to just break the momentum and just trying to attack again. But you're gonna realize it's hard to come back in this time. In this time, because it's now almost like less than 30 minutes away, and you cannot.
They
flip
can't
all
lose
the-
a single point, and they also can't delay any caps right now. But unfortunately, this entire match has been losing points and delayed caps. So,
Yeah.
It's
So-
not. I don't think the TR I don't think they're making huge mistakes. It just seems like the VS are a little bit faster on most of these points.
Yeah, that is the difference actually. This like little speed, the small amount of difference in speed that makes a great difference, especially at the start of the game. And now, well, even though like Terran has brilliantly done the steal on Woodman getting the first shot, but like
I feel like they
momentum-
held on to that for so long. They lost a lot
Yeah.
of other things.
That's a problem.
That's something that happens in your live game con and lock alerts. It's like, well, we got this base that's hard to take, and now it's kind of in an awkward spot where we're still committing a lot of people to defend it. Even Tack-on Storage is still a point hold here. Like,
They cannot get out for now because like even like Bono, what Bono is doing great is even though you cannot take it back, like even though you cannot take the point, you still have logistics there and you just keep your fights going on there. So
the
they're
map
not-
just does not look good.
yeah, they're not like letting them go to counterattack, so they're just dragging their feet. Then that's something.
Like, VS, attack XTAB amp, deny the counter cap. XTAB water purification, going towards VS. Eastern substation, being fully attacked by VS, but a nice back cap by TR will slow that down. The Ziggurat, gone. Johari
Oh,
Cove,
now-
heading towards TR.
No, that's the nail in the coffin. The Ziggurat gone now.
Is that going to give us the
there's no
coveted 69% VS territory control that we've been looking for?
69%? Hype.
Well,
No, this would be the nail in the coffin for the Terrans. Like, in this stage of the game, like all you had to do is to commit into Eastern Front, cutting them off,
Oh.
which is relatively easy to take. Than
why did the
Western,
Oh, there. Nice. The VS have now established 69% control over Hassan. And, well, that's rough for the TR.
even though like TR is getting committing all the way into
They're
attack right
still
now, but
losing
now,
Tack-on.
yeah,
Like,
so
it just, the point holds are stronger. They picked the VS have picked their fights better, and they've picked them quicker as well. There's a lot of it.
and they're holding extra 10% of people while attacking. So that is something you should.
That's a point hold right there. Defender's advantage, but only if you're well coordinated. It is not nearly as strong as you would think without strong coordination. In fact,
The
it can
funny thing
actually
is,
hurt
like-
you if you don't have good coordination because your teammates start shooting you in the back.
The funny thing about this game is like you're going to attack this base, but while you have the point, you have to hold the point. So you become a defender at that point. So you're attacking, but still you're on the defensive. Like, and on the opposite, you're defending this base, but you have to get into the point. So you have to attack inside the point. So if it's going to the stalemate while point hold by the attackers, then attackers win, basically. So like the concept of
Yeah. King of the hill. King of the hill. But there is a hill. And we all know about the advantages of high ground. So that's kind of what these points come down to.
Yeah. So that is kind of awkward moment for normal players. Like if you don't understand the concept of it, especially by the squad leader.
Yeah, it
leaders,
seems
then-
like we saw this a little last year as well. As it starts really tilting, it seems like some of the Terrans are bowing out. It's now a 4% population advantage for the VS, which is pretty significant as well.
So like it's
Fun
going
air
to be, like,
battles?
yeah. Like last year had an air dominance on TR made that possible, but this time like the TR side had like utilized the air dominance a lot. They had galaxies, Valkyries, like they used a lot of battle galaxies into the area. But the thing about galaxies, the galaxies are slow. The galaxies are even
No, they're
slower.
thick.
Yeah, they're even
Be
slower
respectful. Don't shame galaxies for their cruising speed.
Yeah, but relatively.
Actually, aren't Valkyries and Galaxies the same speed if you have the chassis? I'm pretty sure they are. They're both around like a very like outside max of like 190 kph at even.
I think it was slightly faster.
The Valkyries feel faster because they're not as thick. This is scientific, alright? This is how the game works. Rel told me. He says thickness is better. Thus, Vanu winning.
Yeah, it's like, Johari Cove has been saved.
It's out of reach. Like, it's... If the whole VS front was flipping right now, maybe you'd have a drink. But honestly, at this stage, I don't know exactly. I'm gonna look at the main stream, which is probably also on a delay. So I'm gonna add. I do know if they're using a 2-minute delay as well. I'd imagine it's something like that. Let me see if they have a more official timer. On PlanetSide Battles, you guys should check them out. Lane Smash happens. I don't know how regular. Oh, they have sick overlays on there too. We just have. Oh, it doesn't look great. Like, according to the much better stream, the VS Team Juno have 7,790 kills compared to the TR of 7,070. So the kill counts are starting to rack up as well. The kill-death ratio is higher. Not necessarily the be-all, end-all, but it doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Now B-Way killing everything.
And if you look at the individual stats, I'd imagine you have very key.
Like,
Let's see, where's the most cinematic fight's gonna happen here? Nettlemeyer's a fun base to watch. I'm gonna go to Nettlemeyer.
Nettlemeyer's fun and Water Fury.
Why didn't we get a nighttime?
Probably it makes people hard to play.
But it looks so much
It's random.
cooler. I can't believe we
It is
didn't have
random.
nighttime. Is it right? I thought the day-night cycle was like an hour and a half in PlanetSide.
I
This
don't know,
is
it's like,
Nettlemeyer.
but the starting time is like random. So.
This is the custom community server, so I imagine they could set it if they wanted.
Yeah.
I don't know
probably,
though. I'm not a.
You know, like you don't want to face Vanu in nighttime.
Yeah, Vanu have a distinct advantage, being spandex clad. Oh wait, looks like Nettlemeyer's cleared up here.
Nettlemeyer's been saved, and now the back on Eastern Sub, Bravada, XTAB Water, XTAB Power, Outpost Lambda. Perkins Southern Depot is like not contested at all. Like even like Vanu is just like, oh fuck it.
They're
we'll
keeping
just
the
win
pressure
it.
up.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I guess Vanu start. Oh, I thought Vanu was
They're just
taking Southern Depot. No, it was already taken by. I was just surprised that was the case.
Yeah. So it's like for the Vanu side, no, the war has already been won. So like, all you need to do.
I wouldn't be
is,
surprised to see like 150 Valkyries coming towards a point or something. In fact, I would love to see that.
That also. Oh, you know what? After this community smash ends, there will be a crown fight.
Yeah, we're gonna try to I'd imagine that's when we're gonna be doing interviews, probably mostly with the VS leader. But if you guys want a little behind the scenes action, I know PlanetSide is a very niche game. A lot of people don't go into PlanetSide being like, I want to command hundreds of people in a once-a-year event where there's about a 50-50 chance of hundreds of people being unhappy with me. Like, I'd imagine the TR Force Commander right now is like, it's a lot of pressure for very little reward.
It's like I've been there before. Like it's a fucking mess. Actually, like
It's
there's a ridiculous amount of drama between the outfit leaders.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you're in losing side. It's kind of complicated, and that's why basically like server smash died.
Is because people have strong feelings.
Yeah, it's like between like within this like for the years like we had like servers smashing into it, not just community. It's like Connery versus Emerald, you know, Emerald versus Miller, you know, like these kind of tensions between servers are pretty much fun to watch and like fun to do, but also what happens is like you have a huge amount of drama within your servers.
PlanetSide has a very passionate community. It's much like StarCraft, where you have a community of people who have had relationships longer than like most married people, but they've been shooting at each other for half a decade or longer. and exchanging just as many messages as headshots potentially. So, on top of like even worse if they're on your faction, like, and some people a lot of the time have strong opinions about whatever's happening on your like. The thing is, you can't just shoot your teammates in the head, or at least it's heavily discouraged. So you have to try to deal with them diplomatically. And in a game about war, people aren't incredibly diplomatic.
This is going to be like lots of emotional tensions.
Lots of emotional tensions
between them. I just like participated in many server smashes because after our Korean server died, I just let lots of Korean peoples into it. Like for like people like from Korean servers versus like French or Germany, or just participated inside Connery or Emerald, you know. So what I experienced in especially Connery, that there was a lot of people who likes to blame people. And which is very kind of stressful.
You know, like in any team game, you have like the blame your teammates. Except instead of I don't know 1 or 4 teammates, you have 400. So,
so they mostly blame the leader.
Even if 1 in 10 of them is that type of person, which is probably a low ball.
Yeah.
And we don't know this for sure. Maybe everybody's super happy and having a chill time right now. For sure. What? Probably not. Probably not.
Well, they're like, it's good to see like TR is holding on until the end, because like in this kind of situation, there's like many people are rage quitting.
Well, I think. Part of the, there's definitely been a few people logging off, but not a huge amount. Like not like a couple dozen. Like, I think it's just the state of planet. I mean, we can take the next 15 minutes to watch big battles and talk about PlanetSide. Like, I think it's the state of PlanetSide as well. For many years, and I know this as you are also in StarCraft 2. You cast StarCraft. For those who don't know, Maddox cast StarCraft 2. You might not notice because you probably don't speak Korean, but. He casts he's a ESL caster in Korean, so check that out if you ever want to pretend to know Korean, or nobody else is casting, or maybe both. I don't. But
yeah.
So just like StarCraft 2, PlanetSide has been through, and I think probably worse because of the nature of the game. Like StarCraft had its like dead game, nobody plays, but in StarCraft you have. Even just a couple hundred people, you're still going to have people to play. It's a 1v1, max 4v4, right? PlanetSide, you can literally put every single person on your entire server who plays the game. Technically, they can all be in the same room together. Probably not a great room to put them in, but... And it's the game, maybe in the entire world, that most relies on active player base. So that... It isn't so much of like a insecurity thing as a literally like the game can only be played in certain ways with a certain amount of people, right? So for many years, for several years I'll say, I think I caught the tail end of it. PlanetSide, if you look at any sort of numbers, was in kind of a downward slope in terms of players. But RPG, Rogue Planet Games, which is now an independent developer, still under the publisher of Daybreak Games, so still under Daybreak, but not as directly as before. And Daybreak has made some, well, they're called Daybreak Games, so depending on how you pronounce it. But a lot of the decisions made in the last 6 months with the escalation update, the bigger focus on outfits, and the continual interaction with the community, I think has left a lot of people feeling more positive, like feeling more interested in playing PlanetSide. And this is just a very long way of saying not all their hopes and dreams are riding on Community Smash. Maybe last year, a lot of people are like, this is the PlanetSide event I do, and then I don't log in because nobody's playing. Whereas now, a lot of these people are probably going to go play the new test server with the Colossus tank, or hop on the live server. It's Saturday night. Like, there are plenty of people playing. So, I think that does factor in. What do you? That was a very long way to say I don't think they're as ragey as they were last year. But what do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be like more fun than last time because like even though like this battle has been lost by the Terran Republic side, but still they're holding on to the last and they're fighting over to the last glorious battle, you know, the last hurrah. And it's going to be like the morale boost for the people, you know, especially their leaders. Like their leaders might be frustrated, but still like getting a good fight itself gives people joy. And you know, like I had like all my KDs in service match, you know, we can brag about it. So
yeah, there's probably for every moment we saw, there were a dozen other dramatic moments happening at the same time, all across the map. For every battle with 50 or 100 people, there could easily be 5 or 6 more of those. So I'm sure everyone, like every outfit has a certain amount of players they could bring. Like you can't just bring 100 people. You could bring maybe a squad or two, like 12 to 24, which you can see some of those outfits out here. But even the smaller outfits participating, and I didn't notify people in our outfit as quickly. And also, I don't think too many of them are willing to get organized for something like this. But especially for those smaller outfits, I think are definitely at a lot of moments that they can, will motivate people overall. So playing in anything like this, it's kind of like, I guess generally it's like playing in a tournament for anything. Whether it's real sports or esports, it's like, whoa, now I want to focus on playing and getting better, at least for a time. Got a good fight at Zot's Agricultural. Yeah, like you said, the VS has been maintaining a nice amount of territory, and it's very much looking. I mean, it's over. It's over. I don't know the exact timer. I think I'm about a minute off, but it doesn't matter much.
So I think like Wano is trying to deliberately trying to manage the 69%. I think that's the play of Wano here.
They want to end this at 69%. Oh no! They took a base! Ruined!
Oh no. Rip.
But if they take Zot's Agriculture, it can go to 69, I think.
Yeah, it looks like the TR gonna make sure to bring them back to that counter. I'm working on my observing camera work for Outfit Wars. And also, like, I do want to do more. Like, it's hard in PlanetSide. The observing is cool. I mean, you guys are seeing the observer cam right now. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to, like, go into first person of a player or something without them streaming.
Yeah, it's like, it's not a kind of PUBG style observation, so... Like, it's gonna be definitely better.
It's great for those cinematic armor battles, but honestly, a lot of the stuff happens in these enclosed rooms here. You gotta get boots on the ground, or on the floor, or whatever it is. And we saw that, like, that's B-Way's specialty, Bushido Way. You guys can watch my video where I turn to the purple side, and I play with B-Way. You can kind of get an idea of the intensity. And, like, they only play 2 hours for their outfit operations. Of course, many of them play in smaller squads and such at different times, but their full outfit is only 2 hours twice a week. But those 2 hours feel like a lot longer when you're at that speed, and I'm sure they were laying it on for this as well. But like, you don't really realize literally the APM of a squad or platoon. How high it can be with a lot of organized players. I think that's part of the problem. Like that's part of the issue with the game. So many new players come in, and they get thrown into a fight. Oh wow, this is cool, and then they die a bunch of times, and then the fight ends, and they can't figure out how to get to a new one, and then they log out, possibly for the last time.
Like, it's really hard to find the the path into the fights, you know. Like, look at even let's see, like Genesis terraforming. Like, you have spawn rooms into A and B and C. Like, this is a fucking mess. Like,
I don't know where to go. Like, I don't. Where's the point? Like, I'm seeing the maps, but it's too fucking wide. I don't know where to go. And then, like,
I know RPG that is on the short list of their agenda. They know that is a big point of well, new player retention is very difficult for a game that doesn't hold your hand and spoon feed you everything. And I think people are kind of like that's what people are used to nowadays. So hopefully now, like, there's literally no tutorial, which is probably not enough. But linking a YouTube video is good, but like it's still hopefully by the end of the year we'll see something. But for those who don't know, you can check every month or two. Actually, I think they had 2 dev streams this month. You know the last time Blizzard had a dev stream for StarCraft 2? Whenever they spent 45 minutes announcing a co-op commander at BlizzCon. And by that I mean like the 4th out of 6 things in the BlizzCon announcement before they get to whatever Overwatch sellout they're doing. It's like, oh yeah, Manx. Last year the whole dev stream for Blizzard was Manx. Okay, Overwatch 2, everyone. Like,
oh.
So, like, I will tell you, RPG, and they're making a concerted effort. Everyone's gonna be. You're never gonna make everyone happy, especially in PlanetSide. That's never ever gonna happen. But they definitely. I'll tell you this, and I've worked with the Blizzard team before, and yes, if any of the Blizzard team, whoever's left, is watching this, RPG does a great job. Now the game is overall smaller, but the community outreach and the efforts to keep players playing, and it's a different type of game, of course, but they're really going. They're really trying. And they might not always get it right, but they're definitely trying. So I'll give them credit there. And criticism when it's due. Like, why are harassers 150 nanites? Whose ideal? So I haven't heard anything. You said that I haven't heard anything on TeamSpeak. Have you?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Like, I assume, like, it started off
at some point,
like,
it'll end.
Like, it started off at 20:05 UTC, so it's gonna be 21:35.
So like 5 minutes. So I'm like 1 minute off.
Yeah.
I'll just reset the timer. Close enough. I mean, there's no extra credit here. 51% is just as good as 70. As Vanu continues dropping onto Genesis terraforming. They're just trying to steal as much away as possible.
Yeah, like,
What's
Tyrann just got God's agriculture, but it's got cut off by Vanu and the Ziggurat rip. So it's gonna be more than 69% for the Vanu. Genesis gone.
And I'm probably after. For those, there's going to be a big crown fight celebration where everybody, I think literally the objective is to see how low FPS everyone can get with fireworks. And also an interview with the leaders, and then the main stream, I think we'll be handling most of that. Well, we'll be listening in. PlanetSide battles and Archie, check them out. Those are far more committed PlanetSide streamers than myself. And like, you gotta really give them a follow, give them all the credit. Archie works really, really hard to get like the outfit spotlights and just working for PlanetSide. A lot more than me, who shows up whenever there's a big event. It's like, hey, I'm a caster, and now we're here.
Yeah, like,
I mean, I run an outfit, but I don't put in the amount of hours.
Yeah,
Did I just
like,
hear
he's
proximity?
really good, and it's fairly new streamer like I've seen before, because like there was almost nobody like besides Farah and Redolin like who streamed like this kind of enthusiasm in PlanetSide, especially like this like esports in PlanetSide. So
Yeah, Shades
really,
needs to stream more. All right.
Yeah.
so people can know where he's going, and I can stream snipe and avoid him. like that is another downside. Is like you're a leader, and you deal with that early on as a streamer. Is there's a lot of stream snipe. Literally, like the most literal definition of stream sniping, like you getting shot with a sniper rifle. But it's worth sticking around. Like I think there's so much to PlanetSide that you will look back nostalgically on when you were a noob, but it does get better. I guess some people be like, once you learn how to play, you realize how bad the game is, but those people are gonna find something to dislike anyways. So there's a lot wrong with it, but it is by far the best game of its kind. It is also kind of the only game of its kind, but
it is.
You're not gonna get anything better.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that like so deal with it, but like
Yeah.
there are a lot of upsides, and there's a lot of great moments to be had. Not for the TR though.
Yeah.
71 to 25%. They're running up the score. Here come a bunch of gals into Outpost Lambda. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh Jesus! Yeah, that's not. Oh, the great gal, my great. Oh, the entire sovereignty is here. Oh,
my.
the space whale migration. Juno Beach. The whales are beaching themselves. GG.
GG.
Oh, fireworks. Gal, he was a little late. You gotta. He didn't even hit hard enough for the gal to explode on impact. Looks like a few more are coming through.
You know, like seeing like Yelp chats, all the Yelp chats by Vanu and Outpost Lambda. Oh god.
And yeah, like this was a real-time strategy match here. It really did feel like Vanu was Cyril, and TR was almost anyone else.
Yeah.
Like just a little faster with a few more high-efficiency units. Zerging bases. Oh, some more flying in. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
like
some TR kills.
For BS.
Don't give up. We're
And the match.
Oh, an orbital strike.
Orbital strike!
authorized in your AO.
25.
Get clear.
Orbital strike! Oh! Oh!
Oh my god. I
What
think
an
I think the person with the highest KD will be whatever admin just fired that.
Oh,
All right.
it was.
GG. The Vanu sovereignty, led by Chefeke or hopefully we find out how to pronounce that. Team Juno with the stronger by a solid margin. 71 to 25% is the final, but
I need to check out that again. Maybe we'll. It seems like one RPC on TR, so it's like, oh, it's rapid.
what? Were we saying the wrong person was leading the whole time?
I need to check out again.
I thought I read
Sorry.
it off the announcement thing. Nobody corrected me. Did we have the wrong names of the leaders the whole time? No, Rapid was the TR leader.
Like, oh, okay. The Chefeke win, yeah. That's all. Well, that's really awkward because, like,
Hopefully
I
we
don't
get dragged into the
yeah.
the interview. But thank you guys for watching the community smash. It was pretty one-sided, but that shows that strategy, it's not just random.
Yeah.
The superior strategy won the day.
Like, Chefeke was a really experienced leader, and like Rapid was kind of newer.
It's hard, like
leader,
there's
so-
a lot to manage.
Yeah, it was really hard to manage for Rapid too, especially in that hectic situations, you know. So it could have been really hard for him to manage all of that. So even though I really respect him as stepping up as a force commander, and I know is really a hard job because
And
I've
you know
been there.
better than almost anyone else.
Mhm.
Actually, you probably know better than anyone else, being the last winning force commander for TR.
Yeah.
And now the crown is the source of the great whale migration of Indar. As everybody, this is just a celebratory after party essentially here.
So like,
And it's nighttime for extra cinematic beauty.
Please, all players join Crown for the post-game smash. And the FCs and their 2 dedicated platoon leaders, please join the post-game interview channel.
Which channel was that one?
We'll go with Dragons. Oh, join. Oh yeah, we're gonna be Dragons.
Alright.
Give it your all. I'd actually like to win this fight.
So the Chifeki was the leader, and Groenface and Frederick 1 was their AFCs, and who was that? Rapid was the FC of Team 2, and the Ultimate Muffin Man and Pride of Salem was the assistant force. And you guys know Ultimate Muffin
Oh,
Man.
we might
you
be
know?
able to. Can we join that channel?
Send the
Yes.
details,
Yeah,
yeah, all
I
of that stuff,
Yeah, you can jump in.
and that will be sorted out.
User joined your channel.
Yeah, no worries.
congratulations.
You gotta stop orbitaling me, dude. I'm trying to ground pound and trying to banshee people. And these people are orbital striking me, and they're my friends. They're TR orbitals.
That one in my channel was
Oh.
kicked from the server.
Nice, nice.
That was Muffin.
Microphone activated.
We don't need Muffin Man,
Oh,
alright?
You.
Congratulations.
Arrows got so pissed off by getting continuously poked by those things that he did that.
Is there a reason why I was kicked from the server?
Yeah,
That-
because you
Arrows.
because you messaged him, or like
Yeah,
you whispered him.
Who let you in,
What do you
Muffin?
mean? Yeah, what do you mean I whispered? I don't. Oh. Winter.
Yeah,
didn't
and
even
we
know you were
basically got
streaming.
pissed
Wow.
off by like 20 people whispering us in that channel.
Hello, Muffin. You remember me?
Yes, I do, Maddox.
Dude, is that?
That sounds painful.
Me and Winter are streaming right now,
Hey,
so
thanks, buddy.
like
Yeah.
we're not interviewing until Farah and Archie joins, but still like congratulations.
Yeah.
But
don't congratulate me,
Regarding that,
congratulate
Lux and Winter, we can either do two things. You can join the channel and let them hear the interview, but the questions and stuff like that will be asked by Farah and Archie.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Or-
we-
Or something different that we can do is if the PLs and FCs are up for it, you can go after this.
Probably just a couple questions at the end, whenever they've wrapped up
Do
whatever.
I
they're
have 2 minutes to smoke a cigarette?
Can we
Yeah,
do a
sure.
scrim between the PLs and FCs of both teams? Kick
I
them.
mean, we're gonna be doing PSB ops if you guys want to join on Emerald.
PSB ops? Nah.
Yeah.
What faction is that?
I've got pickups, NA pickups, sponsored by PSB.
Hey, quick question. Did you guys want PLs in here as well?
What we said was each team can pick 2 PLs.
Oh,
Ah, I see. Rapid, that's up to you.
I pick Chef K.
The
'cause
Brownie
he's here.
sovereignty has taken the facility.
Well, he's
Who else do we
actually
want?
not here.
Yeah,
you wanna
Rapid,
pick some
contact them.
Pick Walmart.
Yeah, contact them yourself. You
Chef
want
K's
Walmart?
here already. He's-
I wouldn't mind Walmart.
Well coordinated.
yeah.
Coordination's my middle name.
Is it? I thought it was Muffin.
Yeah, you got a good point there.
All right.
Good match.
So
Great one.
we'll move you in once they've gone to the crown and shown how much of a fuckfest it currently is.
I love the
Yeah,
accordion.
and again, since you guys don't want to do a separate interview afterwards, just let Farah and
Yeah, I'll
Archie
probably
do that.
just ask like 1 or 2 questions if I have anything at the end.
at the end preferably because you don't want
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing that happened last Smash where a second streamer got in and pissed someone off because they just claimed bold questions.
Oh, don't worry. I don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
User joined your channel.
Are you guys ready? Farah?
I'm ready.
If they're
I've
here,
been
they
ready.
must be ready.
Just use
Farah.
He's very quiet.
And just making sure that everyone can see your lovely voices in TeamSpeak.
Oh.
I appreciate that.
Join the channel.
I do have a
been missed.
lovely
Ladies and gentlemen, we're
voice.
currently in the channel with the fine gentlemen. Congratulations to both of you guys. A great fight across the board.
User left your channel.
There, how you doing?
Microphone muted. User was moved out of your channel.
We've got a lot of players right now being invited to this entire team. Let me get a chance to move over. Farah, are you there?
Yeah, I just had to turn off Discord because it was hogging up too much resources.
Okay, because if I switch over, I'm gonna have your face basically disappeared.
Basically disappeared, that's right. Because it was just
Okay.
talking too much. So I'll bring up TeamSpeak here on the screen and then we can just get going because it's pretty mad. That was pretty crazy. So I mean, I don't know how you, it was mainly for the Force Commanders to begin with, but how on earth do you deal with this many people and were you stressing and sweating on the map the whole time? Because it looked chaotic as heck.
User joined your channel.
So let's get a chance to basically move it over to Shefka. Shefka, congratulations to you, buddy,
So that's how
and
you
your
say
win,
it. My mic is
Force
muted,
Commander,
guys.
for the Vana Sovereignty.
This is Archie and
So
Farah
basically
on the
I wanna tell you,
PlanetSide Battle
did you-
stream,
did you enjoy
and also
the
their
amount
individual
of,
streams. Go check them out right now. Go give them a follow
sir?
right now.
yeah, obviously that was the cool for the Smash, for every Smash. A lot of cheese, obviously.
This is just the after
And,
party here during the
I
interview.
did enjoy preparing it, and I had a chance to had a lot. I mean, all the PLs really involved in it, and yeah, that's the thing. So they straightly.
I did
when
not
we
pronounce his
joined
name
Discord
right
to
at all
prepare
the
it a
entire
month
time.
ago, as internal for the team one. We strictly made a meeting to prepare it and dispatch as fast as possible people in platoons and regarding a basic global strategy. And from there, I mean, PLs did most of the job. The two AFC I had, so Growing Face from RVNX and Frederick from CIK, did platoon lead as well, because I wanted them as well to enjoy PLing, because I believe it's the best spot as a leader to be on the lane and moving and going with you guys. So, and I was sweating a lot before the Smash.
Did you take a
during
shower?
The 15 first minute of the Smash, and then I saw that it was going really well. PLs working really well together, making good choices, good initiatives. So I didn't have to do that much of work during the Smash, to be honest.
I see what you mean. And so when you say PL, you're talking about platoon leader, is that correct?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. And at the same time, you have a force commander. Can you give me, before I go over to learn about rapid positioning, as a force commander, what do you do to make it happen for your team? Like, what is your job?
So, considering every after the opening, every platoon has his own lane to care about, and I had two very small platoons running around.
Oh
a
my
bit.
god, don't actually spam.
My duty was kind of manage to move platoons when it was needed for important bases, and assuring that how to say that, the battle lane stay equal, because I don't like strategically to have one lane pushing too far, because when it happens, you always have to deal
Alright,
with two or
seizure
three
warning.
sides behind you, and you have risk to be backcapped. So my job
Oh my
was to
god!
assure we keep a straight line of fight. And I think that was maybe kind of a mistake I see from the other side, because I saw sometimes platoons from them pushing really straight, and with a spot for us to backcap them all the time. So that's what I did. Basically, that's what's coming up.
Awesome. Well said. Let's get a chance to basically hear from Rapid himself. Rapid, are you there? Right now, I'm currently watching him on stream. Right now, he's getting clapped right now by FRMD. He's still alive, moving around. Not sure if you can hear my voice. Giving Rapid a chance to come back. Once Rapid gets, it looks like he's trying to fix his microphone. Give him a second. He's muted it, unmuted it. I'm looking at it. He's waving his arms, letting us know, guys, I'm here.
I will fix this. I will fix this.
All right, Corrales is working on it. So while we're just waiting for 2 seconds.
Awesome. He's gonna come in and out. We're gonna go right back to Shefka. Shefka, you have 2 AFCs. We're gonna go talk to those 2 people. I want you guys to identify those 2 people are gonna be talking. We're gonna give everybody a chance to have an overview after this to get a chance to hear all platoon leaders, members alike, giving a minute each afterwards, but we're going to keep it short and sweet. Shefka, who was the 2 AFCs you had?
So the first one was Growing Face.
Assistant Force Commanders,
AFCs. Someone I know quite well since a while because I met RVNX through Community Smash because we played in the same platoon. And he was leading my guys.
This is advanced Vanu technology, everyone.
And the second one was Frederick from CIK.
You've seen Hipfire, now try.
Even in Smash, I think, and it was a good thing for him, I think, to learn about
Peak Vanu. Wait, where is he?
Like
there he is.
From a Force Commander point of view. So yeah, they did pretty good help.
Now try Bedfire.
Awesome. I'm loving that, basically, what you're discussing right here. Next question I have for you is, you are right now giving 2 of your members right now a chance to speak. Can you tell me what those 2 members are going to speak on your behalf so that we can hear their points of view and what they did?
It's hard because I brought 4. I mean, I was able to bring my AFCs and then 2 more PLs. So
sounds good. Let's just give the AFCs a chance to speak, and then we'll basically go right back to you to hear about your 2 people you want to bring as well. So let's go
is
ahead
he
and
dead, or is he just dead inside?
RVNX, representing not Connery, but Soltec. How you doing, buddy?
That's right. I'm good. It's been an early morning.
Just kidding.
We had our first meeting for this at 4 AM for me, so I didn't get many hours sleep.